Look, this the Black Holocaust. I knew it was prophecy. 1,000 times worse than the Jewish atrocities. Uneven playing field, there'll never be a fair score. Cause in 1619, that's when they declared war. We the 12 tribes, the ones that the promise reaches.
Hey man, what's up over there, man? Bill Nye, what's going on?
Bill Nye.
What's going on, man? You have any questions? Okay. Can't be a friend? I don't want any new friends though. I'm sorry? I don't want you to be my friend though. My friends are the Negroes, Hispanics, and Americans. Not the white man. We don't want any white friends in these last days. If you have questions, you can ask me questions. You have a question about that sign? Do you believe in the Bible? Old lessons? That's fair enough. Who is that on the sign? Who is that? An artistic representation of Jesus. Who painted it? A white man painted it, of course. Then they go, black man would paint a white Jesus? That's madness. Jesus was black according to the Bible.
That's right.
That's a false picture, man. And it's been perpetuated and propagated by white supremacists.
That's right.
Ever since 1492. You know about that history of Christopher Columbus? Everybody knows about Columbus, right? What did Columbus do? What did Columbus do? India? People are already in India, though. Wait a minute, where did he go? Where did he end up at when he sailed? Where did he go? The Americas, Puerto Rico. He went to Puerto Rico. What happened in Puerto Rico? They put him in slavery and they killed him all. Well, they didn't kill them all, they killed most of them. That's what the white man do when they discover new places. They conquer it with military might. You know why? Because of the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
And that's your ancestors are the devil.
That's right.
That's why he looks like you. You're the devil, man.
That's right.
You look like Bill Nye Jr.'s son, man. You're the devil. You believe that, man? You can't be my friend as a devil. I can't be friends with the devil. That's crazy.
That's right.
Who? Abraham Lincoln? The band they work together? When that happened? $1,700? Interesting. After they enslaved people, right? After the white people and enslaved people wrote about stopping slavery. Great. So when did slavery stop in America officially? Interesting. So you lied. So you lied. You said it started in 1700s. But it took over 100 years to stop slavery officially? That's crazy. That's not true. You know why? Because white people run society.
That's right.
Black people came over here unwillingly. They didn't have any rights, so how did they get themselves out of slavery? You know about the Civil War in North and South? You know about that? Sir, do you know about that? What caused the Civil War? Around slavery. What happened though? Yeah, the white people had a rip around slavery, right? Because why? Because the North didn't have slaves, right? And they wanted to get all the profit that the South was having, right? So they didn't do it because it was because of slavery. They did it because of money.
That's right.
Am I lying? Because the South was getting so much money off of free labor that they were jealous, correct? No. Am I correct? Am I correct? They ended slavery? But did they have slaves? You know who they enslaved? The Native American Indians. That's what they enslaved.
That's
So
right.
while the South was enslaving the Negroes, the North was enslaving the Native American Indians, slaughtering them. So there's no difference. Do you think?
And those who steal or rob men, and those who buy or purchase them, are they not all alike? Here is liberty of conscience, which is right and reason. Here ought to be likewise liberty of the body. But to rob and sell men against their will, we stand against. Pray, what thing in the world has been done worse towards us than if men should rob or steal us away, and sell us for slaves to strange countries, separating husbands from their wives and children?
Interesting.
And we confess that it is not lawful to steal, must likewise avoid to purchase such things as are stolen,
Wow.
but rather help to stop this robbing and stealing if possible. And such
If
men
possible, okay.
ought to be delivered out of the hands of e-robbers and set free as well as free.
Great. So what about the 13th Amendment?
Bring that out.
What does that say? What does that say? You don't know. Okay, let's read it.
This is the 13th Amendment, Section 1. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude except as punishment for crime.
That's how slavery still existed. If you go to
Bring
jail,
that
that's
out.
slavery.
That's
That's what they
right.
do in jail. They make license plates, they make clothes, they free labor for pennies on the dollar. So there's still slavery right now.
That's
Who
right.
created the prison system? No, your people did it.
That's
not black
right.
people.
That's right.
Not black people.
That's right.
Because guess what? Guess what? Exactly, the prisoners did. That's what you guys did. Because why? Because guess what? What did slave masters do with all that slave money that they had? After they abolished slavery, what happened? Was there a prison system during the slave days? Was there a prison system during the slave days? Can you answer my question? Okay, but was there a prison system during the slave days? No, there wasn't. All they did was put them in shacks. There were no prisons during that time. When runaway slaves got away, what they do? They either killed them on the run or they brought them back to the plantation. But it wasn't a systematic thing. Exactly. So as soon as they let slaves on the plantation, where'd they go? Did they own property? Of course not. So what they had to do, they had to steal and rob and get things off of the plantation they ran away from. Exactly. The vagrant laws, loitering. You went to jail for loitering back in the day. That's madness. So your system, the white man's system, perpetuates slavery to people that aren't white. Even though there's criminals that are white right now, but back in the day, it was meant for us.
That's right.
The Jim Crow laws, none of that madness. And it's your system. What's your ethnicity? What's your ethnicity? European, right? Caucasian? You're Caucasian, right? Europeans are known as Caucasians, aren't they? What country does your father come from? Dutch? Yeah, Dutch is right by Netherlands, right? Exactly. Exactly. So you're Caucasian. When you look at an application, is there Caucasian on the list? Next to white? Next to white, right?
That's right.
We're going to get to that. But I want you to answer my question. Is a Caucasian a white person? A quote-unquote white person? On the application. When you apply for a job, does it say Caucasian on there? Also white in the parentheses? And is that what it says? Of course. What does Caucasian mean? It means cave, exactly, cave dweller. That's where you guys came from. You came from caves.
That's right. That's right.
You know why? Because you were so wicked back in the ancient world, you got ran from society. And you lived in caves before you came out when the Moors touched on invaded themselves. That's what happened in the 700 AD. Or actually, no, before that. The first great white man on the earth was who? Alexander the Great. Alexander, right? He conquered the known world in what? 300 BC? You know about that, right? And what? They conquered Europe, right? That's we're not even the original inhabitants of Europe. The original inhabitants of Europe were who? The Polynesian people.
That's
the
right.
Tongans, the Samoans.
Come on.
All the people over there in them islands who ran up out of Europe.
That's right.
And Europe is named after who? Europa, a melanated woman.
That's
Europe
right.
is named after a black person.
What about the Germanic tribes? What about the,
Those are your people.
yeah, but they're also
They weren't. No, they weren't. Germanic? What is Germanic? Is not even a term.
Germanic tribes. Yeah,
I know who you're talking about, but those weren't the Polynesians. They didn't call themselves Germanic.
okay, so who was inhabiting the place now?
What time period? Alexander? 300? The Polynesians were. The Tongans, Samoans, all the people are the original inhabitants of Europe.
That's right.
Exactly, the Minoans, Etruscans. You can look that up.
I'm skeptical because I think at that time they were the northern tribes,
Those weren't Polynesians though,
no,
and they weren't white people either.
I don't think.
Those were like Genghis Khan and all them.
Virtues, I know what you're talking about. Well, that's that they weren't white. You know what I'm saying? They weren't white. Virtues dexterous. When you're talking about the Germanic tribes, well, yeah.
People brought them up the north, become white over generations by virtue of they died from the lack of stuff.
Is that true?
You don't put enough vitamin D. It's too much. It's not enough to die. So,
Interesting.
so that's why the northerners have light skins, the inward or sun. The equatorial people have darker skin so they can protect them from the sun.
Well, I don't agree with that first part, but exactly. How long white people been in America?
It takes, well, it's
A
different.
long time. Oh, it's different now. The sun doesn't affect you. It's the same. Is that what you're saying?
Hour and a half means something.
Sunscreen, right?
Yeah, you're not gonna
You know what sunscreen is made of? What's it made of? What's it made of? Melanin. The same thing we have naturally. You put it in sunscreen to protect you. You
I don't believe that.
Yeah, see, bring that out.
don't know what you're talking about.
Because melanin has the skin color, which is what gives our
Right here.
skin and hair color.
Right here.
Yeah.
Everybody else got melanin but you.
Yeah, but sunscreen doesn't have that color. So why
It doesn't matter. It's built in the process. Exactly. Exactly.
It doesn't have that color.
Melanoma, yeah. I know what you're talking about. That's why, you know about Israel, right? The land of Israel? There's white people over there, right? Are there white people in Israel? Benjamin Netanyahu is a Caucasian, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a Caucasian. Do you know they have the highest rate of cancer in the world, skin cancer?
That's right.
Why is that? Exactly, because they're not the original inhabitants.
Bring
The
it out.
original inhabitants are who? Negroes.
That's right.
Dark skinned people.
That's
Those aren't the
right.
real Jews. But he said something earlier. Give me that next to this. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 16.
Read.
And he that stealeth a man,
You mentioned that earlier, right? He that stealeth a man, right? Slavery. Go ahead.
and selleth him,
Is that what happened to slavery? Go ahead.
or if he be found in his hand,
Are we still found in America and the people that enslaved us?
Not my hand.
I didn't say you. Are we still found in the hands of people that enslaved us? Yes or no? Bring that out. Yes or no? What's your name?
I say no. Whose hand are you in?
We're oppressed by the same people.
That's
You're
right.
going to be enslaved, devil. We're still enslaved, right? This isn't our original land. We got stolen from West Africa, right? We're still found in the descendants' hands of people that enslaved us originally.
Right.
Correct, right? Do you agree? It's yes or no? No, it's not. If we were stolen from West Africa and bring it to America, we're still found in America, right? Read it from the top. Read it from the top.
this is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
And he that stealeth a man,
Go ahead.
and selleth him,
That's slavery, correct?
or if he be found in his hand,
Are we still found in people's hands? What's going to happen?
he shall surely be put to death.
That's right.
You deserve death, man. Your
That's
people
right.
deserve death. As an individual in the entire Caucasian race. You know why? Even though he said the Quakers try to alleviate slavery and all that stuff, we're still getting gunned down the streets by the same people that are in uniforms.
That's
White
right.
people, correct? That's happening right now, right? You can't even go to the store without getting harassed by police.
That's right.
They don't police white neighborhoods. That's crazy. They police black and Hispanic neighborhoods. You know why? You know about redlining? You heard about that? What's redlining?
It's I think it's a government policy about extending loans.
No, not loans.
Yeah, more-
Redlining. No, redlining, where they draw maps of where black people are allowed to live. That's what they do. They have literal maps of red lines saying this is as far as black people can go and live in the neighborhood. Through the banks, yeah. Through your people. Who owns the banks? White people, right? White people. Now, I'm not saying you're a part of your people, but white people overall. Read that again. Give me that Revelation 13. Hey, man, I got one more verse for you, man. One more. Before you go.
Get him.
Go ahead.
Revelations 13 and 10.
Bring
He
it out.
that leadeth into captivity
We were led into captivity by the white man, read.
shall go into captivity.
You're going into slavery, man.
That's
All you
right.
white people, man.
That's right.
That's your future judgment, who we're all called Christ. Read.
He that killeth with the sword
He who kills with the sword, he killed millions of people with the sword. The Europeans who came over here, slaughtered North American Indians, came over from West Africa. You slaughtered black people. Go ahead.
must be killed with the sword.
You must go into slavery. You must be killed by the sword, man. That's your judgment, man. It doesn't matter. You're a descendant of the same people.
Bring it out.
I'm not gonna kill you now. I'm not gonna kill you now. I'm just gonna tell you your judgment, man. And I ain't killed anybody either. But guess what? I'm still found in the land of my enemy. Read.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Exactly. As the saints of God, the Negroes, the Spanish, Native Americans, we can't wait for the white men to be put to death.
Bring
and
it
put into
out.
slavery, man.
Right.
Damn devil. I don't care how nice you think you are. Trying to be my friend. Yeah, right. You missed me with that. Give me that last one. 35, 33. Number 35. It's getting a little nippy out here. We're gonna close up in a second. What's that? You see how we cut him with the Bible, man? Yeah, that's a damn devil, man. It wasn't me. No, nigga, he's gonna die.
That's right.
Give me that Isaiah 14.
Numbers 35, 33.
Bring it out.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth, it defiled the land.
Blood defiles this land we're walking on. Read.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein,
The blood cannot be cleansed by the blood that is shed therein by what?
but by the blood of him that shed it.
And that's talking about karma. The blood of this land can't be cleansed, but the person that put the blood on the land is put to death.
That's
what
right.
it just said. That's what the Bible says. That's perfect judgment according to God.
That's right.
So we read earlier in Exodus 21:16, he that still commands serpent, if you're still found in his hand, he's going to put to death. And if you shed blood, he's going to be put to death. It's all the same. This is the laws of God. The first 5 books is the laws of God. What you got? You give me that. He got it. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21.
Bring it out.
Prepare slaughter.
Prepare what?
Prepare slaughter
Prepare slaughter for who?
for his children.
For that man. He's a childish slave owner. Whether he wants to believe it or not, he's a slave owner. Read.
For the iniquity of their fathers,
For the sin of their fathers, put us in slavery, they're going to be put to death. Read.
That's
that
right.
they do not rise,
They do not rise or what?
nor possess the land.
They're not going to possess America no more. Because why? They're going to be put to death, man. They're going to push that button and it's going to be burnt alive, man. Read.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities.
They're going to be exterminated according to God, man. That's a prophecy. That's a promise to his elect men. And the nation of Israel that repent to 1/3. So our job, like I said right now, man, we're going to close out in a second. Give me, you know what I want? It's about 23. That's what I want. Exactly. So, like I said, the job of the black, Hispanic, Native American man that understands this truth in this Bible that's coming out in the street corners and preaching the true gospel of Christ and the laws of God, man, we hope to be redeemed in this place. We hope to be the elect men, Lord willing, when that time comes. We got the chance to put these white men in slavery, man.
Bring it out.
When the time comes. But read that.
Sirach 23 and 27. And they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord.
Nothing better than the fear of the Lord. Read.
That there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments.
Exactly. There's nothing sweeter than take heed to the commandments. Because why? Will we take heed of the commandments, or will we set above everybody else? That's the promise, read.
Nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord. It is great glory to follow the Lord,
Great glory to follow the Lord, to follow His Bible. Go ahead.
and to be received of him is long life.
To be received of God is long life. That everlasting life is what? Rulership of the earth. We're going to get that long life. We come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, and have faith in the world towards Christ.
Right.
And we're going to judge these damn crackers that's walking by with a prophet.
That's right.
Devil, man, you're going into slavery, man. But with that, we're going to close out, give all praises on and glory to Yahweh, by Shimmy Al Shai, and say,
Death to America!
Death to America!